here with Maurizio. Is it Weimar? Am I pronouncing that right?
Weimar. Weimar.
Weimar. I contacted Maurizio about 2 years ago and just said, hey, sometimes this serendipity with my character being called Maurice and you're Maurizio. I just reached out and said, hey, would you mind making me a track, a theme song for my character? And you've just been amazing ever since then. And just to have you as the soundtrack for Maurice, it's a real honor to have that and to meet you as well.
Oh man, this was such a coincidence about the name and all the approach of the comics. I just loved it so much, and I feel honored to be part of it, man. Really, because I think it's a great thing and it deserves a lot more attention. I think. Congrats, man! I love it.
Oh, thank you. No, music in this comic is it's the reason for me. That's right. Really, and I just wanted to ask you some questions about metal and how it's influenced you. And I can just remember the first time I heard metal and I started to listen to music a little bit differently. And what was that song that spoke to you in a certain way? And
yeah, you know what? Like I started to listen to rock because of my older brother. He was always the one bringing music into our home. So we started with punk rock and then a little hard rock. But the first, well, I can call it metal because it was heavy. It was like I can tell you for sure, the first song that spoke to me in that way, it was Orgasmatron, the cover that Sepultura did on Motorhead.
Right.
From Arise album, that was around 91, 92. Mm-hmm. I was 11 years old, and this song was on TV all the time because it got so popular when Sepultura did that Motorhead cover. And it was so catchy, it was so groovy and heavy in a way. Like in the end, there was this double kick section, on the drums, and I just got like so hooked. But I couldn't stop listening to this song, and I asked for the vinyl, as a birthday gift, and I got that vinyl, and I was only playing Orgasmatron over and over and over and over. And when I tried to go and listen to the other songs, I just couldn't process it. It was like too heavy and too fast, I didn't like it. So I was keeping going back to Orgasmatron all the time. Of course, after that, Sepultura became my total favorite band ever. These guys were our heroes back in Brazil. Mm-hmm. They were telling us it was possible, they made it. So so there you go. That's the answer, man. Orgasmatron. Not exactly true old school thrash metal stuff, but that was what that's when everything started for me.
Yeah, mine was it's not a heavy song either. It's got heavy elements. It was Epic by Faith No More, and I must have been 9 at the time, and watching music videos, and you see Rick Astley or something like that, and then all of a sudden these hairy, loud. Yeah, that was just one of those different times for me.
Yeah, we listened to this track and this album so much back in the day. Wow, I love it.
What do you think it was with Brazil and drumming? Because obviously, you said the double kicks in Orgasmatron was one of the things that got you.
Yep. Yeah. Well, Brazil is we have rhythm, very different rhythms, many different cultures inside the country. It's a big country, so if you travel south to north, you will encounter so many different cultures and different rhythms. And pretty much when you're born there, you just get used to these rhythms going on all around you. You're surrounded by these rhythms. Yeah. I think it's only natural that drummers there, they develop this sense of percussion, more ensemble percussion in a way. It's not just the typical drum kit or drum set you think of, but this because if you take for instance ensemble, carnival, it's many different instruments, so many different elements, together, and they. I don't. It's. I think it's. It's. It's inside us, you know. Like when you grow up with these things, like maybe you don't know how it's done, but you know the feeling, the atmosphere, and then when you sit on the drum kit, it's you just can't avoid it. It just becomes part of your sound.
Part of you. Yeah. Was that your experience being a listener of metal, but also a performer of metal?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely, man. It's you know, even today, like I'm 46, so every time I sit on the drums, or even if I just tapping the table or whatever, it just these rhythms, they come back. They keep coming back, you know, and you find yourself just yeah, it's there all the time.
It's hard to explain, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you could compare it to being like slightly stronger when you're actually listening to it.
Oh yeah, like it's a it's a feeling that no matter what, it keeps you protected in a way. You know what I mean? Like it's a safe place.
Yeah.
Confidence for life, it comes from metal. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't do anything else when I was a kid. Like I wasn't that good in sports. Like I was always with the guys that couldn't do anything. We were just, you know, like, I wouldn't say the misfits, but
that's right.
When I was with my bands and I was with the drums, then I knew like this I can't do this, you know. So yeah, it just brought me a lot of confidence to, you know, to face life and no, even here, because look, this is very interesting. I come from third world, like Brazil. Like as I said, it's a pretty messed up place. And when you step into Europe or whatever first world countries and stuff, first my self-esteem was so low because I was comparing me to the, you know, something like cultural. Like I couldn't even help it. But every time I was playing with the guys or something, then you know, I'm not. I have my value, you know. So
yeah.
So that confidence and as you said, like I feel, if you feel stronger, definitely you feel like you're worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, you're not just this kid from Brazil. You know, you're a well, I guess you're a drummer from Brazil.
That's right. You know, like you know, I come from Sepultura's country, and yeah.
Yeah.
Beware, careful, careful.
Well, if you could have a time machine, you can go back to any scene at any time. Where would you want to go?
Oh man, that's a good one.
Because
I think
the
I would
Bay
like.
Area is the Bay Area.
Yeah,
1986 is me, but
you know what, I would love to go back somewhere in the beginning of the 90s, because I was 10, 11. I couldn't go to concerts. I missed so much epic concerts. Like I missed Sepultura on the Arise tour. I missed Slayer on that, you know, the golden era. And of course in Brazil, all the other bands, they were not coming to play there, you know, like very few bands were coming to play there. So if I could go back, I don't know, man, anywhere to see these bands touring, you know, and that would be the dream, because I was a bit too late.
Does metal like relieve your anger? Like if you've had a bad day at work, you just listen to a song, like a song recently that you've heard, and you went, you know what, I was in a bad mood before, but now I'm not.
For me, it's more like a playing, you know, like playing the drums. I keep myself playing more than I'm listening to bands. Like back in the day, I was listening a lot to music. For some reason, today I find myself playing more than listening. You know, so I jam to the songs I like, and it's a releasing sensation. Like I always feel like I don't feel tired after I go for a second of 2 hours playing this extreme music. I just feel light after that, you know, and I feel like with more a good energy, a good vibe after that. So even though I'm, you know, just dripping sweat, like just totally physically drained, but I'm mentally super light and revigorated. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Do people say that you're quite a calm person?
Yes,
Yeah, because
absolutely.
I think if you're looking at life like it is, like I've seen you on the drums, and it is amazing how fast you are. That it must just slow the rest of your life down.
Yeah, man. You know, I think we all have our issues, and we all have some kind of anger inside. That's for sure normal to humans. But I can definitely say that I'm an easygoing person,
Yeah,
and I think metal has a lot to do with it
yeah,
because, as you say, it just releases you know,
yeah,
in a way. Yeah, and not just because of the physical aspect of it, but it's when you read the lyrics and all the concept, it you just say, okay, I'm not alone on this shit. So it just get the help you get your therapy.
yeah, absolutely. And I guess that creative release as well. You know,
Yeah,
that noise wasn't here before you got here, so the world's a better
absolutely.
place with your noise in it. And I mean noise in the most pleasant and
Of
you know,
course.
yeah, most pleasant way.
Yep.
Do you think that that is one of the misconceptions with metal, that it is aggressive people listening to aggressive music?
Yeah. Oh, there's so many memes about that. Like the other day, I just posted something. This comedian talking about he went to a Slayer concert, and the Slayer fans were like super scary, and
Yeah,
but actually, when you got to meet them, they are the sweetest.
yeah,
The sweetest. And of course, it can be scary to go to a metal concert. If you, especially if you're not
not
into
used to it.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's I think that's the greatest misconception about it. Like uh, and that's a fact because when you talk to people like first time they go to concert or something, they always come with the same answer or the same feeling like,
yeah.
oh man, I I couldn't expect that the like metalheads are the best. Like
Hmm.
it,
Yeah,
it
yeah,
happens all the time. Like
yeah,
you talk to people that every day. They were connecting metalheads and drugs and all this sort of stuff that happens everywhere.
yeah,
But it was a for some reason it was connected. Bad things with metalheads and only metalheads, or pretty much like a lot connected with metalheads and not with the other fans or the other audience. So
yeah,
that caused, I think, a stigma in a way.
yeah,
But you will find bad things everywhere. People do stupid things everywhere, and but in the balance, I think metalheads are the best.
yeah. And you're not biased, are you?
Yeah, that's
No.
right. Yeah.
Well, it's been one of the great things to work on this comic book. Is to have the conflict with the character is part of the satanic panic as well. They really built like quite a world just within the Bay Area, because there's a lots of different genres of music coming out at that time, and just how popular it got from those humble beginnings. Would you consider Sepultura as one of those thrash metal bands?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Like absolutely. I think the more I speak to people about Sepultura, the more I realize how influential these guys were
yeah,
back in the day. Like they were pretty much like influencing everyone because the Sepultura is what made them different. I think 80s or beginning of the 90s was because they were coming from Brazil. They were again in this messed up place. They were kind of angry. They had this this sense of a how can I say that things were rough for them. So the music reflected that, and that was pretty different from the Bay Area. I'm thinking like the culture was, life was totally different.
totally.
So I think that was a. I think if you went to a Sepultura concert back in that time, you were just got like, what's going on? Like because they were so different.
Mm.
Like they were so different. They were, even though they were playing the same instruments and trying to play the same music, it was totally different. It was
Yeah,
so aggressive, and they got a little more comfortable in life. You know, the sound reflected that as well,
Yep.
and that happened with pretty much every single band out there.
Yeah, absolutely. What you were in a band too in the 90s or the 2000s?
I mean, I have been to so many bands. Like
Yeah.
I played in thrash metal bands. I played in hardcore bands. I started to get more involved with extreme music, like death metal and extreme death metal. And I found the most serious people to work with from the death metal. So I drifted away from thrash metal. But thrash metal, it's it's has always been my favorite style of music, even though I ended up with the death metal guys, and which I'm very grateful. I love death metal and I love these guys. Thrash metal has always been my my favorite.
Yeah. Is it just because where it started usually
Yeah,
the
it's the
difference
most
maker?
fun. It's the most fun thing for me because death metal, even though it's is great and is aggressive and it's there is one thing with thrash metal, which is it's not that demanding to play. Death metal, you have to keep your shape, like you have to be technically very, very, very always here. So it's demanding.
Yeah.
You have this training and preparing part where if you just relax a little bit, you just can't play that thing anymore. But
Right.
thrash metal, it's always ready. Like I mean. So
Yeah.
it's you always ready, and that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that demanding. It is demanding, but it's not that demanding.
Yeah. Not
So
as. Yeah. I guess that's you coming from like a professional standpoint where you want to be at the top of your game and the best
yeah,
drummer that you can be. And if you're
yeah,
uncomfortable, that means you're still learning, right?
yeah. That's right. And also like because when you might have noticed that I always speak on the drummer's perspective, not the listener, because it has always been like that for me. So even musically, and thrash metal is more straightforward.
Mm-hmm.
Like and death metal, again, man, I love it, but you have it's not for everybody. Like it can be like too complex sometimes, like this technical stuff.
Yeah.
And but thrash metal, like old school thrash metal, is all about like right in your face, straightforward. Here's just go through.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you playing in a band at the moment?
No, man, no. Since I moved here, I just decided to focus on to adapt
Teaching.
and family. I just decided to go for this online thing, and man, I'm so grateful I did because bands, they are yeah, it's a family. A band is not easy, like you have to be there and you have to it takes a lot of your time. So
Yep.
I just decided to go for this extreme drums thing on internet, and I got connected with so many people. Like it turned out so great, and I can share my music with a lot of people, like a lot more than before. So no, man, no bands.
No.
Sadly, maybe, but I'm happy the way
No.
it is.
What I've heard is that it's like you're married to five different people.
Yeah.
And then when you put the road on there as well, I imagine that's even another level of stress.
I mean, it could be if you take it like as a hobby or just for fun with friends, it might be the best decision ever because then you don't have all this pressure and all these other things in your back,
Yeah.
organizing touring and stuff. It can be complicated and it can be time consuming and it can be a stress thing, and then it ended up damaging all the fun. It just destroyed the fun. Just go out, get your friends together, play together. That's the most amazing thing. Like to rehearse or to practice your songs with your friends. That's the most amazing feeling.
Yeah.
So that might be enough. You
Yeah.
know?
Yep. Absolutely. I think even just being a listener of music sometimes feels like it's enough for me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. So I'm really grateful for the people out there who are as passionate and as professional as you are. One of my guilty pleasures is just to flick through my phone and find drummers that are just amazing to watch. And
Yeah.
you would be one of them. So I am really grateful for the chance to get to meet you, for your song as the theme song for Maurice and the Metal. It's just an incredible honor on my side.
Oh man, you make me happy because I'm so happy with that too. So I was really happy with the result. I keep listening to that song, keep coming back to that, and maybe we can do more in the
Yeah,
future. Let's
yeah,
make some yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, if there's ever a chance where this character can get an animated show, then I'd love to have you
Oh,
on board as the original soundtrack guy.
it will be my honor.
Yeah, that would be incredible. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for catching up. And for wanting to help me promote this crazy little comic.
Oh
Um,
man, it's my pleasure. Like I wish you all the luck. As I said, I think it deserves more recognition. We know how it is. It's not easy, but I take the comics with me for everywhere. Like right now, I'm going to Bergen for a drum clinic in a huge festival, like Beyond the Gates. It's gonna be like in a few days.
okay.
I'll bring the comics with me
Yeah,
for
right.
sure.
Well, I should send you more because I really appreciate what you're doing for the students at that school too.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it's an
absolutely.
incredible thing to teach kids how to play music and to give
Yeah.
them that place that maybe you wouldn't have been lucky enough to find. They might find it.
Um. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's incredible. Yeah, thank you so much again, Mauricio. Really
Thank you,
appreciate
man.
it.
Thank you.
All right. And
Yes.
I'll talk to
Yes.
you again soon.
Yes. Cheers, man.